And live from the Gray Eagle in Asheville, the Pearl of Carolina, it's the Travis Book Happy Hour. With special guest Alexa Rose and the Happy Hour House Band featuring Julian Pinelli. And now, your host, Travis Book.
Thank you all so much. Thanks for being here for another episode of the Travis Book Happy Hour. My 26th, I believe, although adding is not my strong suit. It is really great to be here back at the Gray Eagle, and I'm so excited about my guest tonight, Alexa Rose. I've been hearing about her for a very long time, mostly from a dear friend of the Happy Hour, Mr. Tommy Marr, who usually joins us on Dobro. He's actually pretty upset that he couldn't be part of this show. He's on tour with his band Fireside Collective, but he's been encouraging me to get Alexa Rose down here for a very long time, and I'm so glad I did. Once I started digging into her music, I was really, truly blown away, and I know that you will be too. I'm going to start out the show like I always do. I'm going to play a tune or two. I'm going to talk about something that's been on my mind, and then we'll get Alexa out here. But thanks again for tuning in. Those of you tuning in at home, we also appreciate it. But we're especially fond of those of you who came out tonight. Thanks for being here. Cry and tell me, can we live together without pain? Burdens at our doorstep, burdens in our heart. It's time to let them travel and lay them down. From the tallest mountain down in the lowest valley, we're all asking and we want to know why we're climbing, and tell me why we're falling, tell me where we're going, yeah, we want to know. Rise, sunrise, rise, sun, rise, sun. Coming, and it's not promised, but it's all we know. Can we quantify it? Can we try and name it? Try to fight it while we hold it close. Rise, sunrise, rise, sun. Rise, That's the incomparable Julian Pinelli right there. I cannot express enough appreciation for this man and his is it a fiddle or is it a violin? It's a fiddle, yeah. Fiddle's good. Fiddle's nice. Fiddle's much more low-key. Really, really awesome, Julian. Thanks for being here tonight. As I want to do, I have some thoughts I'd like to share with you. And this is especially interesting because I'm going to give you an opinion about giving opinions. It's like some super meta shit right there. But I was going to say, I've had some interesting interactions in the last few weeks, and something that keeps coming up is a question of how we see other people and their actions and how we allow that to affect us, and sort of a larger question about behavior modification. Like, do we change people, tell them how we think they should be, or do we just accept them for who they are? And obviously, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a parent. I may not act like one, but I am. It's surprisingly easy to become one, turns out. Obviously, as a parent, part of one's role is as a behavior molder. I'm here in part to help shape who my children become, to offer suggestions about how they do things, how they relate to people, how they behave. Obvious to me, at least, though, is that also at some point that role changes, and at some point my opinions about how my children should be becomes much less relevant. In fact, it may be even at some point irrelevant. I've discovered also as a child of aging parents that at some point it seems to me to be useless to try to get people of a certain age to change. It only really causes friction and separation. A 75-year-old who smokes, for example, how much good is it going to do for one to set up an oppositional relationship in order to change that behavior? What good does it do? And really, anytime you're giving someone feedback on how you think they should be, whether they're your child, your parent, your bandmate, or coworker, or your partner, there's going to be some rub, and most likely some separation, because inherent in that vibe is that you're not okay, and it would suit me better if you were other than you are. If that makes sense. So when I get this vibe from someone, I find it extremely off-putting. I don't know if you experience this too. Maybe some of you find it helpful, but generally speaking, I'm just not into it. And while I have a reputation for offering my opinion, my band has from time to time called me Opinion Man, almost like Superman. I'm like, Opinion Man. I own that. Amongst other undesirable nicknames, they've got lots of awful nicknames for me. I do recognize that my opinions generally only increase the overall sense of separateness, and they don't really bring me closer to anyone. They don't bring me closer to the people of whom I have an opinion, and they don't bring me closer to the people who are hearing me offer those opinions. So do we tell each other what we think of each other in an effort to improve each other, or do we accept and love, sometimes growing away from people whose behavior makes us uncomfortable? And if I make you uncomfortable, do I need to change, or do you need to chill? It's like being offended. Nothing is offensive in and of itself. Anything someone says is just made up shit. It's not real, and it's not tangible. It's just like sounds that we imbue with meaning, right? So if someone utters a sound that you find offensive, you can choose to get upset, or you can let it pass through you. It's like entirely up to you, turns out. But in the same way, it's like the same way like if someone has a behavioral tic that bugs you, you can try to modify that person's behavior, or you can let it go. And you can tell me what brings us closer. I don't know, that's what I was thinking about this week. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. But I find it incredibly interesting. So thanks for listening. I asked Julian if he would play this song with me. I just spent a bunch of days traveling with my family, and then again with the Stringdusters on the road, and it was such a relief to get home. Such an unbelievable relief to come home, even if just for a few days. I've been having such a hard time. I need to hear you on the other end of the line. I want the cold wind to blow me back on down the road. I keep having the same bad dream. Wanna know exactly what it means. Where the ones that I love, they don't know that I've been gone. another drink and I might forget. Do some things that I might regret. But when I get to the bottom, I only feel more alone. I better head back home. Oh, yeah, better head back home. I can see it in my dreams. Almost feel that warm summer breeze. Will it still be standing there? Will it be gone? Finally see the lights of the old town. Gonna dig my roots deep into the ground. Let the moss gather on this old rolling stone. It's good to be back home. Oh, it's good to be back home. Always good to be back home. Always good to be back home. I think we're going to take a short break. You know, because we've been at this for 10 minutes. Take a short break for our partners. We have a lot of people who work really hard on this one. Take a quick short break. Julie and I are going to play a little interlude. I don't know if I've introduced you yet, but this is our announcer, our illustrious announcer, Mr. Bill. Give it up for Mr. Bill.
Thanks, Travis. The Travis Book Happy Hour is brought to you by Americana Vibes. More at americanavibes.com. Listen to the Happy Hour media partner, WNCW, at 88.7 FM or stream at wncw.org. If you're enjoying the Happy Hour, please contribute via paypal.me/TravisBook1 or on Venmo at TravisBook. The Happy Hour podcast is available everywhere podcasts are found. And I really don't want to stop because this sounds great. Your host, Travis Book.
Thanks, Julian. That was lovely. All right. Her name's on the marquee. And I'm so grateful to have her here. I can't wait to ask her some questions. Would you please make welcome to the stage Ms. Alexa Rose?
Hey.
Can I ask you some questions?
I guess. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm so glad you agreed to be on the show.
Oh my God, it's an honor. Thanks for having me. You guys sound really nice. I was just sitting right on the other side of that door, kind of taking a little mini nap, just listening.
Nice. Going into a trance?
Yeah, going into a trance.
Pre-interview trance?
Yeah. Pre-interview
Awesome.
trance, one of my many specialties.
Let's start with some of the basics. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Virginia in a little town called Clifton Forge over in Allegheny County, which is in western Virginia near Roanoke, if you know where that is at all.
I have some idea where that is. I too dabbled in living in Virginia.
You too dabbled
I dabbled in
rural
Virginia.
living.
What are some of your earliest musical memories?
Really ones I hated, like being forced to take piano lessons.
Common.
Yeah, common. I feel like growing up, I heard music. Nobody played music, but we listened to music occasionally. My mom made sure of that. But I didn't really develop like a deep love for it, and I didn't even really listen to music in a way that I do now, where I will hear lyrics and stuff, until I was older. But I think like my first love was singing, so I would just sing stuff all the time.
Like when you were by yourself, like as a kid
Yeah,
playing?
definitely. Only when I was alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I still try to only sing when I'm alone.
Yeah.
Or when like I've set up like this relationship here, where like I've made it clear like I'm gonna sing, and if you're here, then you're here to hear me sing. You know, I don't just like walk around singing. I don't like sing for my girlfriend when she makes dinner or that kind of thing. I probably should.
I can't do it either. That's super weird, right? Like I will only sing. Like when I've had neighbors, it's like if a neighbor is home and all the windows are closed in my house, I won't sing near a window. It's like I don't want anyone to hear me.
Wow. You know, I definitely experienced that with songwriting. I cannot make up stuff if there's people within earshot.
Definitely not.
I just can't do it. I get, any little bit of like self-consciousness seeps in, and it just like derails the entire process.
Yeah. The knowledge that you are being observed is very difficult to not be distracted by.
In general.
In general, yes.
Yeah, being observed is not the most comfortable
I don't know why we do this.
Yeah.
You want to just call it a night?
No, this is where the rubber meets the road. So no one was playing music around your house. Did you grow up in church, singing in church or anything like that?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. No.
Yeah. So I mean, so your family wasn't musical. You weren't growing up with it as a huge part of your life. How did this?
Well, I don't know that I don't do it to me personally. Like whenever someone says what you just said, it's always like such an incredible validation to continue writing and making music. So thank you for that. And I think that what has allowed me to be so vulnerable with the lyrics I write in particular, which I always think that they're not that specific and not that personal, you know?
Sure.
But then I see how they are and how they can feel that way to other people. I think that maybe because I started writing songs from a place of like not really considering it as a career or like something that I was going to go out and present to other people. It was just like something that I started doing one day, and I go through seasons of doing it or not. But when life has been shaky, that has always been the most relieving thing I could turn to. And when you have the ability to create something, no matter what it is, whether it's like music or you have like a craft you do or a different hobby you like, I think it feels like you're doing something about it. You have an action towards that feeling that you're feeling, and it's really helpful. And it always, for me, because I've used it in that way forever, it always starts from a really personal place of like, I'm writing the song for me to begin with. And if I don't feel that song, then other people aren't going to feel it. It could probably be about anything, but if I didn't feel it, I don't think that other people would be able to access it in the same way, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Can we play some music?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you illustrate what we're talking about? That's sure. Alexa Rose, everyone.
Thank you. Get sadder from here.
You're not lying.
The alarm's going off at 4 a.m. and I guess it's a new year again. I would have stayed up until midnight 5 years ago with my friends sleeping in. Used to sit out on the dead end road under the street light with you. Life was so long, out for the summer with nothing to do. Ever since I was a little kid, I get this feeling I'm drawing the shade. Before the day's really over, just so that I don't have to watch it fade. The sun's going down in the lonely sky, and it burns like a used cigarette. I lost your lighter, I'll buy you a new one, and I won't forget. But I don't remember the street that you live on. I just remember the turns in the road. It feels like a ghost town tonight, with the paper mill lights burning holes in the cloak of the dark. Back when your dog and your sister were 7, you called me over, and I always showed, yet to be found, walking around Clearwater Park. Well, I know you've been trying to reach me since you left school and I moved out of state. Used to think by now we'd each be raising our babies and clearing our slate. And I wanna be the same person, but I feel myself slipping away. I saved your voicemail just in case I need to hear it someday. And I have this dream I'm in high school, waiting for you in the parking lot, stoned, watching a butterfly land in, reincarnated on a traffic cone. The sun's going down and it's beautiful, but I don't want to watch it alone. I try to call, but I don't have your number saved in my phone. And I don't remember the street that you live on. I just remember the turns in the road. It feels like a ghost town tonight, with the paper mill lights burning holes in the cloak of the dark. Back when your dog and your sister were 7, you called me over and I always showed, yet to be found, walking around Clearwater Park. The alarm's going off at 4 a.m. and I guess it's a new year again.
Thank you so much. It's really just such a joy to play music with both these guys. I'm so glad we could all get together on this night and do this. It's pretty amazing that Travis does this every week. It's a lot of information to absorb. I don't know what kind of supplements you're taking, but if you could share that with me later.
Trade secret.
What?
I said it's a trade secret.
That's fine. I don't want to know. I don't want to hold that much information in my brain.
I survive on good vibes and denial.
Yeah.
And the occasional email outburst.
That sounds like me and about everybody else I know. All right, that was a song called Clearwater Park, and this one is called Big Sky.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It was late at night, somewhere on the 113, playing California stars, 3/4 tank of gasoline. When you fell asleep in the backseat by your cousin and told me to drive till the sun comes up, keep going if it does then. And I didn't mind, I'd hardly ever left my hometown. Never saw a road so wide, never had a top to put down. Ain't it funny how you never know whose view you're lived in? Long before I knew the road he showed me, I was drifting. And there was the first time I felt free. Might have been lucky, might have been the summer I was 23. Million Cordova stars in front of me. If there was anything at all, it's Beckett I broke down Valero written on a bathroom stall. It takes a big sky to feel small. Do you ever ask what it is you're looking for? Following a silver thread up and down the corridor. 'Cause I never found late at night, somewhere on the 113, playing California stars, 3/4 tank of gasoline.
Thank you. That's the only upbeat one. Glad you're sitting down. I make these jokes every time I play these songs because they don't ever change. They don't get any happier over the years. Some of them are secretly happy, though, like this one. Don't let it fool you. I've lived in Western North Carolina for probably 8 years or so now, and have spent most of that time in Asheville. So, I recently moved back up to Virginia, but it's a really precious place to me, in particular this venue we're in right now, the Great Eagle. So hope y'all will keep coming out and supporting them. I wrote this after I left a show here one night, just a show I came out to, and there was a guy busking over there playing fiddle, and he just like lit everything up. It was really nice, and whoever you are, thank you. It might have been you. No, I don't think it was. This is called Haywood.
Like a kettle in the dark, I heard him playing in the park, where the tender magnolias meet neon and chrome. Wasn't playing for a crowd, and he was not playing loud, and I kept on walking on. But it sure felt like a vision when he closed his eyes to see, gave me some kind of religion, but there's no name for the thing. When the dark and soul. Though I don't know where it goes, it ain't for me to suppose, for it takes an earthly cold. It just keeps me on a vision of a whistle's golden ring, and it's some kind of religion, but there's no name for the thing, and it's some kind of religion, but there's no name for the thing.
It's Alexa Rose. Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Not at all.
Yeah, okay.
Let's keep talking.
Yeah, just a little bit. There's some more things I want to know.
Great. I really like this. It's like you get a little break off your feet.
Yeah, you like the stool?
Yeah, I like the
You know, you can keep the stool for the second set if you want.
Maybe I will. I don't know.
Trying to remember who it was that sat on the stool the whole time.
Face here.
Was it Chris Jacobs sat on the stool the whole time? Somebody remembers. So, you know, one of the things that really strikes me about you is your voice. It's incredible. And, I mean, like, it's really amazing. And so many singers, and I think myself included, we can come across like we're, like, trying to do something. Like we're trying to sound like something. Like we're singing at it, as opposed to just being it. But I don't really hear any of that in your singing, and I think it's just like so rare. I probably already know the answer to this, but like when did you realize that you had a unique voice, and did it take you a long time to come to that place? Like was there like an impersonation phase?
Oh, definitely. And I don't really know. I don't know if I can remember what, but I know, like, yeah, I think that for everybody there is, because that's like how you. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And at first, my response to this question would be like, no, or I don't remember it, because I feel like I was so insulated from being influenced by people. But that's not true, because, like, you know, I listened to like mainstream radio. I was like a musical theater kid for a long time. And so definitely, like, I tried to mimic what I heard. And before I started writing songs, I was just singing songs I had heard, so I would be trying to mimic that.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel, I feel like I have a lot of limitations with my voice, and I feel like the songs I write and the way that I sing is totally just based on like what makes me feel free and comfortable. And I think I learned at a certain point, like, wow, a lot of the songs are styles that I really love, that I would love to be able to do. I can't do those. But here's what I can do, and here's what feels good and feels freeing for me to do. And so when I find those things, I try to like move towards that direction, and find whatever that is. And I think that's sort of like how that has progressed into me learning how to sing and write songs that I felt comfortable singing.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think it takes a lot. For some people, it takes a lifetime to kind of figure that out.
Yeah,
you know?
like when I was 13, I would have loved to just nail "Jesus Take the Wheel," but it did not work for me. I can't do it.
No, you're destined for I would say bigger things, but that you can't really quantify that
No,
sort
you
of
can't
thing. But you're like
quantify
you're
it, but-
destined. You've got your own mission.
Yeah, and that
in this
comes
life.
from spending a lot of time with yourself and like hearing a lot of different things and being exposed to different things and being like, oh, like let me try to sing this song that's in a totally different genre instead, or would feel good singing it.
Yeah. I still feel like I discover things about, like I'll discover ways of singing that I'd never really thought I could sing like, you know, like stylistically, like
Yeah.
I'll try something, you know.
Yeah.
And like getting to play every week at King Street and playing like different ensembles and different styles all the time. Like occasionally I'll stumble on something and I'll be like, oh man, I maybe should have like tried singing more like it's like, you know, like singing like blues or singing more of like a rock style, or even like when I go to sing country music, like doing my best Ray Price impersonation like unlocks things for me and helps me.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's like I don't know that I sound like anybody else, but you know, you kind of go down these little rabbit holes and you're like, okay, well that kind of works, or like definitely does not resonate with me.
Definitely. Yeah.
So you lived in Asheville for a while, as you've mentioned. What are some of your best memories of living in Asheville?
Oh my gosh. I moved to Asheville. My first experience living in Asheville was me subleasing, or not even subleasing. I was basically crashing at my friend Andy's apartment for a month while he was like out of the country. I had met him playing a gig with a guy, you know, John Trufant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so John and Andy and I had played this gig, and I had met Andy Farrell, my friend, who's another talented songwriter in town. And I said, I've been thinking about moving down here. And he was like, you should just rent my apartment for a month while I'm gone and see how you like it. And I just kind of hermited up. It was winter, I think. So it was kind of snowy. I would just walk around, listen to all the records in his apartment.
Nice.
And that's kind of how I ended up here. It wasn't really based on anything. I just thought like, oh, it seems like a lot of people play music here. I think I'd like to try to go be somewhere where that's going on more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bigger city than you were used to.
Yeah, definitely. But some of my favorite, Asheville memories, definitely playing here. Playing here and coming to shows here. Still, like, some of my favorite moments have been like on this stage or on the other side of it, for sure.
Yeah, I've had a couple of other guests that have talked about that, just about like the legendary, like, core memories, to use the parlance of our times, that they've had standing out there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one thing to be up here. We had an epic show, like the Stringdusters' first ever sold out show was here, and it was the first time we played like one of the early songs I made up, and this big part of the song that was supposed to be like the crux, like the only time it's ever worked was like right here in this room. You know, like people got it that night, and it was like, it was amazing. But even to like be on that side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out in the audience here, and that's a common.
Yeah.
This place has got some gravity. So you moved back home.
I moved back home. Yeah.
What precipitated that move?
A number of things. I was touring a lot at the beginning of this year, and I had been just renting a place here, and I was never in it. And I think that like in the off time between being on tour, I was finding myself in Virginia a lot. I have an Australian Shepherd named Emmy Lou, and my dear parents watch her while I'm not on the road. So I would end up just being up there anyway to pick her up and stay for a few days. And it just made sense to go back up there. Also because some people who are my family are still close together in that area. Yeah. And I thought it was a unique period in time that I could sort of take advantage of to just maximize my time with the people in my family who I love, who were all still conveniently around. And I thought that was just a really special gift that I should notice and take advantage of. So, yeah, that was the other half of the reason. And so all of that together just made sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool. You know, and you're not far from Asheville, and it's always here. That was something that was really crucial for me when I moved away from Durango, Colorado. And I wrote a song about it. Like I knew that, you know, while time moves on and things evolve, you can always, you can't, in a lot of ways, you kind of can go back, you know, which makes it easier for me to take risks and to take chances, knowing that, you know, that there is the possibility of backtracking, and you can sort of have faith in how things unfold. You know, Asheville's still here. What does success look like for you?
I think just finding balance in my day-to-day life. I think like I really love playing music. I think that the lifestyle of playing music it's like I wouldn't trade it for anything, but it is challenging, and it can there are sacrifices you have to make where you can't really like have a day-to-day routine like a lot of people. Maybe you don't feel like you're able to build community as strongly because you're like not in your town. And I think like, to me, it's always felt, it doesn't really matter where it is. You never know when it's going to feel good or not. Like, it could be in a bar with 4 people or like the biggest show you've ever played in your life. And I personally don't really care which room it is. I just want the room to feel good.
You just want that feeling.
Yeah. And I think that comes from like being able to find balance to move through the day in a way where you can like pause and navigate what is happening right now, and like how can I direct my energy in a positive way where this can be a successful evening for everybody.
Right.
So if I can spend my evenings doing that, then, and obviously they're not always going to go that way, but you know,
No.
That's like a personal goal for me, I think.
What is it? What in general? Like, what do you hope for?
I don't know. I'd like to buy some land one day.
I love that.
Have a little garden.
That's a noble goal, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, I hope for a lot of. What do you hope for?
What do I hope for?
Yeah.
I just want to be at peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I want people around me to be at peace.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone to just like, I just hope that we can all just like chill out a little bit, because there's not a lot of chill. So that's what I hope
that
for.
Too.
I
Yeah.
hope for some chill. But you know, land in a garden, it's the same shit, you know?
It's the same, yeah.
Get yourself some land, grow a garden, and chill. You can chill. Some CBD toilet paper.
Oh, wow. Is that a thing?
Of course it is. I just made it up. Why? Here's a big one. Why do you think you're here? What's your purpose?
Great question. I've been meaning to answer this for myself and all of you for a long time.
You can pass.
I don't know.
You can think about it on your own time and get back to us.
Yeah.
We'll do like an addendum to the interview. I'll post it on the internet. You can be like, I thought about it. I know why I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe it has something to do with finding peace, like you say.
Yeah.
I think it's like what you hope for and what your purpose is. Maybe they intersect.
Yeah.
Just depends on how literal you want to be. Yeah, I do literally want some land.
That is like such
but
a
I would
legitimate.
love to feel at peace, and I would love for all of you to, everyone, and like the people close to us, to be able to like be present enough to foster that feeling within ourselves and those closest to us, hoping that we can extend it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to say that I think you can have whatever you want within reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's really reasonable for you to just want some land. That's legit.
Thanks.
It's like kind of the American dream. I would like to have more land. Because I have like a 1/4 acre.
Yeah.
But
it's not enough.
But I would like, it's
not
enough.
Not for rotational grazing.
Yeah, the cows can't stay on a 1/4 acre all the time. So I got to buy the neighbor's yard so I can move them over there.
There's a tip link under the video.
Right. For those of you watching at home, if you'd like to contribute, you can tip us on Venmo, and all the money will go toward Alexa Rose Land Fund.
I'll split it with you.
Sweet.
I don't think Julian
land?
heard any of this. We just won't tell him.
No, if you asked Julian what he wanted, he would be like, I don't know, play fiddle?
Yeah.
Like, you talk about being chill, dude. You always got a gig with me, Julian, because you are one chill dude.
We love Julian.
God, what a genius. I feel like
I know.
he's got all the secrets. Maybe I should be asking him all these questions.
I think you should.
He's got the keys to the lock, man.
Julian, how much land do you own?
Can we come stay with you? 2 more questions. Really, really simple questions, and then we'll get back to playing the music. What are you afraid of?
Loneliness and snakes.
Excellent answer. Probably the best answer I've ever heard to that. I think those are both universal fears. And then on the flip side, what is it that makes you happy?
Oh man, the smell of lemons. Like when you zest them. When I'm having a bad day, I just I always keep lemons around. And you just go get one of those bad boys out of the fridge and zest a little, hold it up to your face. It'll just transport you to another world.
You just blew my mind. That's amazing. Happiness is a zested lemon. That's Alexa Rose, everyone. Let's play some more music.
Yeah.
We need your help too, Julian. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to do this. First, we have a little interlude here. Bill? I'd like to personally thank Thompson Guitars for their support. I love these things. They're played by the finest pickers on the scene. Am I stealing your script? I wrote it.
Yes, you did. And more information on Thompson Guitars can be found at pktguitars.com. And you can view this and every Happy Hour episode and the Season 2 podcast anytime at thetravisbookhappyhour.com. Select recordings from Season 1 are featured on the Happy Hour House Band Volume 1 album, and that can be found where you listen to your music. Pretty excited about this. The Happy Hour returns November 30th with Jim Lauderdale. And now, back to the show.
I get lonely and I watch the flickering TV lights. I'll come tomorrow, I'm gonna call up Tommy and we're going to town. Don't remind me about time. Ain't this 1999? I can feel the flitter of yesterday's glitter coming down. And I ought to be ready, I ought to be a steady woman by now. But I'm just a daughter on easy water, breaking on a bow, shooting pistols at the train on my birthday in the rain. I'm trying to remember something you said tender with the radio on. And I got an idea of your face, but that memory's been replaced by an
landowners. Such a weird conversation.
That's the idea.
This is this is a song I wrote for my great grandparents who were farmers in Virginia.
Way down the old Whitfield Road, there is a house up past the silo, patient as a raincoat, waiting for spring, eager as choir boys are waiting to sing. And when the season is low, 6 o'clock sun shines through the window, shines on a quilt great grandmother made, pale golden flowers on a pale golden day. If I should never return, Jordan Miles, I'll keep your picture safe in my mind. I'd go tomorrow if I had my way, for pale golden flowers on a pale golden day. Used to be tall yellow pines, company trash, turning round pumpkin vine, black striped molasses from Bell Bess's store, and visions of Agnes sweeping the floor. And I think I'll drive out to Jonestown, play the guitar and put it back down, go back to working off of my land, while flats up in Nashville playing in the band. But if he should never return, Jordan Miles, I'll keep his picture safe in my mind. I'll stay forever if I have my way, for pale golden flowers on a pale golden day. It's a hard lot to live on to do. What are you dreaming of when it's all through? I got a feeling old as a stone that leads me to tending a dream of my own. And if I should never return, Jordan Miles, I'll keep your picture safe in my mind. I'd go tomorrow if I had my way, for pale golden flowers on a pale golden day. Gonna ask you a question I know you don't want to hear, but I'm the heirloom at the mercy of the auctioneer. There's a crack in the finish, but it's easy to miss. Are you really gonna love me when it ain't like this? I wanna live in the country and let my hair go curly. I swear one of these days I'm gonna wake up early to the bird in the window singing to you and me, while the turntable spins. Such jubilee, such jubilee, dancing with you, honey, where? And I wonder how long you'll be mine. Such jubilee, everybody sings along. Me, I'm waiting on the end of a real good song. How I wish I were humble, how I wish I could wait, how I wish I could go back to the Golden State, how I wish I were kinder, how I wish I were patient, like the love and the songs on the gospel station. Such jubilee on the road to honeydew. Ain't a soul for miles but me and you. Such jubilee made you wanna sing along. Me, I'm waiting on the end of a real good song. Honey, you don't impress me as the settling cat, but you're hanging your wash up next to mine, and you like to undress me while the cornbread is cooking, and you told me once you were tired of looking. Such jubilee, dancing with you, honey, where? And I wonder how long you'll be mine. Such jubilee in the love that I am giving, like medicine for the disease of living, like medicine for the disease of living.
Thank you so much. Cool. This song is called Human. I get confused by this schedule. It's real intense.
I know there's so much stuff on there, isn't it?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
before we get too close to the end of this sheet of paper, I just want to thank Travis for having me again. It's been a real joy. I hope y'all will keep coming out. He always has such incredible folks on these shows, and it's been an honor to be a part of it.
Thank you.
I wanna go downtown and look some stranger in the face. I wanna be myself again. Remember why I love this place. I wanna wake up now and squeeze the living from this day. I wanna believe truly everything's gonna be okay. But I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I may learn to be overcome? I wanna feel clean, shiny new. I wanna wash myself away till I'm just a mirror before you. I want the glossy sheen of a new leaf in the rain. I want a solid color that the seasons never change. But I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I may learn to be overcome? I'm moving through your love like a paddle in the sand, pretending that it's water. 'Cause I wanna be an easy woman. I wanna take a swim in some frozen channel to remember I was dying when I washed up gratefully over you. But I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I may learn to be overcome? I wanna make it clear, you don't have to speak up to be heard. Sometimes it's even louder to find some quiet in a word. Don't let 'em change again. That's what somebody said to me, but you know it gets harder to hear myself over all this humanity. And I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I may learn to be overcome, to be overcome, to be overcome?
Thank you. We're going to take one more short break for our partners, and we'll be right back with the final song. Thanks so much for being here.
t-shirt sporting the Happy Hour motto, "It's okay to be happy," available now at thetravisbookhappyhour.com. The Travis Book Happy Hour is written and produced by Travis Book. Sound engineer is Andy Eubanks. Video produced by John Zara. And I am AVL. The Happy Hour is made possible through the generous support of viewers and listeners like you. You can contribute anytime at paypal.me/TravisBook1 or Venmo at Travis Book. And the entire Happy Hour family would like to thank you for your support. And back to the show. Beautiful.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Julian and Alexa. We are going to leave you with one more tune. We'll play somebody else's music for the first time on the show tonight.
Thank goodness.
No, thank goodness. This has really been a pleasure, Alexa. Thanks so much for joining me tonight.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me. Thanks to all of you for coming out.
If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I'd swim the seas for to ease your pain. And the night forlorn, the morning is born, and the morning shines with the lights of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. Ladies are with me now, since I showed her how to lay her weary hand in mine. Love and love agree, she's a sight to see, and a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I'd swim the seas for to ease your pain.
Thank you all so much. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Julian Pinelli, Alexa Rose, and I'm Travis Book. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.